everybody, welcome in. We are going to be playing some more Paleo Pines because we need to finish off the last of the Best Friends Challenge. And we also need, sorry, my phone was doing things. We also need to start our Monochrome Challenge and hopefully finish it. Now, technically, we have kind of done a little bit of a monochrome while we, have been picking up dinosaurs, but we haven't really focused on just one solid color throughout all our dinos. So I'm hoping that what we can do is we can get through our Best Friends Challenge, which we just need to saddle up a couple more dinos and we're good. We get through the Best Friends Challenge, hopefully, and then we can start a new play so that we can do our Monochrome Challenge. I want to get both done tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. I was very silly and didn't start up Paleo Pines before I went live, so I have to do that now, which is why we're still talking instead of just switching over to the game immediately after I explain the plan. And for those who don't know, we are doing this challenge, putting it up in front of my face now. We are doing the Best Friend Challenge, which is in the middle. Wait, you can't see me gesturing, just kidding. So that's going to be befriend and saddle up to 5 dinos with at least 3 different species, which we just need, I think, 2 more technically from the way that we're doing it, but we have befriended at least 5 already. We have to complete 10 bulletin board requests, 1 for Marlo, Granny, Owen, Mary, and Pippin, which we've done. We have to bring Mary a gift on her budding day, which is her birthday. We did that. Pet Paprika and Bongo 10 times each. We have done that. So the only thing we have left is to saddle up those dinos. So if Paleo Pines would ever load, we would be good to go. I don't know why it's taking so long. I think Steam's having issues for a second. So also, the closed beta, which is via invite only for Palia, was releasing this week, and the NDA was lifted. So I am allowed to say that I did get an invite. I have downloaded it, but we won't be playing it until Saturday because I wanted to finish off Paleo Pines and the challenges we were doing before we started up a brand new game that none of us have ever seen before, or at least that I've never seen before. So, one thing at a time. Let me get our game capture screen working because I have to switch so many things every time we play something. Alright. Come on, Paleo Pines. There we go. Alright, so we are going to continue, which should load the last game we were playing. Y'all will have to forgive me because I didn't finish my dinner before stream, so I still have a few bites of it left. I'm a bit quiet, probably because I'm eating. I'll turn the microphone up. I was sitting a little bit farther away because my bowl is a little farther back, closer to Mimikyu, who has his own water bottle today, and not sitting right up on it. So it is day 12 in our game. Garb is now a helper, which is good. Very nice for Garb. We are just a little bit away from being able to have all of our stuff, and I've already completely forgotten. Okay, Tracy needs attention. I don't remember which one Tracy is. I think that's the Triceratops. Which means we now have... Alright, so we have several helpers. We've got Squid as a helper. We've got Garb as a helper, which is another Gallimimus. We did decide to not necessarily cheat a little, but cheat just a tiny bit. To get Garb to be a helper because that kind of sped us along, which counts for our quest, but it's not necessarily that good for anything. This one is by itself. I don't know what it needs help with. It's unhappy. Lucky is a helper, Hori is a helper, Cube is a helper, Fappers is a helper, happy friend, happy friend, happy friend. Okay, so if we can get Suo to be a helper, or if we can get Tracy, who's unhappy, to be a helper, either one will be good enough. preferably both, but we did get our new friends. So we've got 2 here, 2 friends and saddled, 1 species. Remember, we need at least 3. And then we have all 3 of these guys are good to go. So they've got, technically we've got all 5, and it's 4 different species. So what we were gonna try to do is do 5 not including Lucky, since Lucky is pre-built best friend. And we were gonna also try to do 5 different species, so. Now I think Tracy wasn't happy because the pin was too small. Yeah, okay. So we actually need the help of our dear Styracosaurus here. Come on, Hori, let's go. Because we were gonna smash this area so that we could build the pin bigger. Which means we may not fulfill our ultimate goal of doing 5 different ones from 5 different species, but it can be done. It is possible. Oh, I bet I'm not gonna be able to smash this. Nope. Okay, so we're just gonna have to build it out here a little bit. And the one in the pin can stay, that's fine. All right. Here we go. And do I have any on me? No, I think I put them away. All right. Oh, only 1. How do I only have 1 fence post? That doesn't make any sense. I could steal one from these guys, but they're all happy, so we're gonna leave them alone. We are gonna need to buy more fence posts though, because that's not good. Why do we have so few fence posts? So it looks like we can go all the way out to here, which is good. So this whole area can be part of the pin. I am gonna put that there, and we're gonna have to go buy some from Marlowe. We'll cut off as much of that area as we can, while still maintaining like a walking path, because I'm sure it won't let us get too close to the house. But we need to do that as quick as possible, otherwise we don't have a chance of making friends the next 2 days. So, not only are we going to need to do that, we're also going to need to make her Dreamstone fully done. So, we're gonna keep an eye on that too. Alright, let's zoom to town. Get it done. Because if Tracy isn't happy right now, that means she'll probably still be unhappy later today and into tomorrow. So that's what we're trying to avoid. How can you help me? You can let me buy so many things. Alright, I think we're probably gonna need only about 10, but I'm gonna grab a few extra just in case. And then we definitely don't need this many stones, so I'm just gonna sell all our stones. Nice. So we bought 15, sold a bunch of stone. Doing good. Trim can for my face. Oh. Making friends are the best. It is, in fact. Ooh. That one's a neat color. I don't think I've seen that before. I want to see what you are. Okay. Here we go. Curious about me. Well, too bad. Take a nap. He's a very unique color, so I'm curious about him. He got bored. That's fine. Ooh, we found a rare one. Still not an ultra rare, but that's okay. I think the only ultra rare we've seen so far has been Lucky, which is cool, but not a vibe. Because there is a challenge for seeing, I think it's 10 ultra rares, like finding 10 ultra rare dinos. So it is something we will need to try to work on eventually, but we don't need to, like, right this second, you know? Alright. Go, fence post, go! Let's see how far we can take this thing. Okay. Okay, we can't go any farther than that. So, that is where it will have to stop. Which is alright. We'll grab these, and now Tracy is happy. Okay, good. So it did work, which is great. We're gonna give Tracy a little pet. Pet, right by the horn. And let's see. Prefers a valley biome. Okay, that's not a problem. We just have to finish building this up, and then we can make her that. Alright, that's done. So we're gonna need more fiber, we're gonna need some dandelions and some clovers. Let's make sure we don't have any first. We can go from there. We do have a couple. Oh, we got some fiber too. Yep, flowers. Always need flowers. Can't have a valley with no flowers. That would just be sad. Alright, we've built it. So, it's been built, but it didn't turn it into a valley biome. I wonder why that is. We're probably gonna have to see about adding things to it to make it a valley biome. I wonder if it needs like decorations or something. And then we already know that she likes crunchy things. So, what do we have? Well, we've got a potato. Do you like potato? Okay, she likes it, but doesn't love it. Story of my life. How about a carrot? Alright, carrots it is. Perfect. So carrots are gonna be Tracy's thing. I already forgot what this one's thing is. Suo likes leafy things. Okay. What do I have that's leafy? Clovers are leafy? Do you like clovers? Like but not love. Okay. How about... Well, I could feed Suo an onion. Like but not love. Okay. Dandelion? Like but not love. Interesting. Okay. So clovers are out. I could try a potato. Potatoes are... Oops. Not for you. For you. Potato. Okay, still nothing. So we tried clovers, we tried potatoes, we tried spring onions, we tried dandelions. Man, the list goes on. And Suo likes but does not love any of them. I think if we don't find what it is that Suo loves, we won't be able to befriend Suo. So you're gonna have to work on that. Watermelons don't count. Strawberries. But we only get 3. Pumpkins, we got 7 of those. Let's see, what else? We do still have some earthy poppins, so if anything, we can just give them that. I don't necessarily want to use the strawberries, because if it is strawberries, well, we've only got a couple in-game days left anyway. So, we might as well try. Let's try a pumpkin first. Stop giving the pumpkin to other people. Wow. Yeah, of course they didn't like it because they're not pumpkin friend. Suo, why can't I give you things? What is happening? Can you move, please? I think little buddy is in the way. Come on, silly head. I'd like to give you a pumpkin. There we go. Not pumpkins. Okay. How about strawberries? Still not. So we have not found Suo's favorite food. It's probably something silly like garlic. That's okay. At least we found Tracy's. We do still need to fix the biome, but I'm not sure how we're gonna put these away since neither of them was it. We don't need any more clovers or any of that. We don't need any spring onions. We do need more carrots though, because we don't really have any. I've got spring onions, I've got like lots of spring onions, and I only have one more carrot left. So if we don't have any that are gonna grow soon, then I don't know. I don't know how fast those are gonna grow. So we are gonna go into town to see if they're selling any, just so we have extra. And then, yeah, we're just gonna take a look around, see what we can buy. I'm sure we can buy plenty. We should also smash up some more stuff in the homestead so that we can sell pieces, but I think we'll be okay. Yum, yum, yum. Hello, little people. Yes, they're not really people, but they're cute. And that was the important part. Alright. First and foremost, do you have any carrots? Orlan, do you have any carrots? You do. Excellent. Alright, so we need a carrot. Nice. We're gonna buy 2 of them. And then we're also gonna buy... I don't think we have any extra saddles, so we're gonna buy a couple saddles. And then we're going to go see if Marlowe has any decorative items that will make it feel like home. Oh, no, we need crafting. That's what we need. Okay. I don't know if any of these actually work to make a biome feel better. So we could do this, because we would just need clovers and dandelions. We could do this one, even more clovers and dandelions. This one we just need 2 of each. Mushroomy logs. Flowery logs. Interesting. I don't know if these actually affect the biome, though, is the thing. I think what we would have to do is get a dreamstone and make it a full dreamstone. So, we'll see. Thank you for the hydrate. Let's see. Okay, Orlani's not here. That's alright. Let's do a little tradesies. What is this? A young heather bush. I don't know what that means. That's probably also a decorative item. Wow. Between the rain and the fountain, I couldn't tell where the water was coming from. So what we'll do is we will go get some more clover and dandelion, obviously. And we will try to see if the valley flowers that Marlowe sells has anything to do with it feeling more like a valley. It probably doesn't, but it didn't hurt to check, you know? Alright. One of them had 1. The other one had 3. Doesn't seem very balanced, but that's okay. So we know our clover is going to grow near the water-ish. And we know our dandelions are going to be up on the hills, so we're just trying to grab as many clovers as possible. I think what I may do is just go ahead and get the large one that requires like 6 of each, but I'm not sure yet. We want it to feel nice for our dear Triceratops. But I also want to pick up a few extras in case it does take having a dreamstone and having it made into a valley dreamstone. We'll see. We can't ride these guys, so they're out of the question. We could get like another small friend and put them in Tracy's area, but I don't know if we have any other dreamstones is the biggest problem. So, we'll see. Yeah, we still need to bring Hori out and smash some rocks. Mm-hmm. What I need is more dandelions, which is why we're still out and about. But I already forgot where they spawn. So we're just kind of wandering around now. Where do they spawn? I know. If I don't remember, how could I expect you all to remember? I don't. I simply am cursing my bad memory. You just had dinner, your tummy is so full? Nice! I'm eating dinner while I stream. Very slowly. Wow, we startled them. How many do we have? Oh. Well, we have 19, so I think we'll be okay. Alright. Since we've already got so many, we're just gonna head back and get Marlo to build the big one. If we see any on the way, though, we'll definitely stop. I don't know. Oh, it was wood. I was like, what is that on the ground? It's like weird. It's a piece of wood. Just somehow glitched through the ground. So we only saw like a tiny corner. That's okay. I don't know if it makes much sense, but it's okay. Yum. Okay, let's do... the flowers. I still, like I said, I still don't think this is actually gonna do anything, but the order will take you a day. Or what about something that'll take you less than a day? Oh, they'll all take him a day. Okay. Alright. So, it means tomorrow he'll have it. So we won't have our dreamy little valley patch today. It's gonna make befriending that dinosaur even harder. What a shame. Excuse me, Lucky. We're trying to go back home. Yum, 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 yum. Oof. I need to stop slouching so much. But the chair, like, is trying to get me to lean back. And I don't sit like that. So... yet another reason we need to get a new chair. So that we can resume our sitting on Snorlax. Instead of putting him off in the corner. Good posture is important. Good posture is important. I should know because my back hurts all the time because I don't have good posture. Yeah, that would do it. Alright, we're gonna see if we have any Dreamstones to spare. Like any at all. No. Okay. Yikes. I'm not sure how to make it feel more valley-ish. Because these guys, in their pens, only became more valley-ish when we had more Dreamstones in there. I don't know. We're also gonna need to buy just a ton more food. Everybody gonna be hungry. Well, at least we found the Triceratops' favorite food. But they prefer a valley biome. So, not sure what to do about that. I wonder if because we have this fencing in the background, if it's keeping it from being a valley biome? I mean, I wouldn't think so, but weirder stuff has happened. Alright, let's start smashing some of this stuff up. Then we'll let Lucky rest, and then these big wogs are the Ankylosaurus. So, although we're not going to get to the point where we can see the entirety of this area, we are going to get to a point where we're able to see like stuff we hadn't seen before. So like in our last save, we were able to go back in here into this rock garden In this one, we should be able to get a little bit into there. I don't know how far, though. Alright. Just taking out all these extra pieces. Nice. There is actually one of the challenges that asks you to, like, clear out this whole thing and have, like, 10 fully assembled pins and all this that. We're not going to get that one done in the demo. So, it is a great challenge for that exact reason, is that it is hard to do, especially in just 14 in-game days. So, what do you mean? Okay. Why are you saying, huh? Cube the dinosaur is very confused. I wonder if that reflects real life. You believe I can do it? Wow, thanks. I think if we had become friends with some of these dinos a little sooner, we probably could. But the stage we're at right now, not so much. Because see, that's as far as we could get with 1 day's worth of stamina. Plus, we leveled up, which gave us even more. So, we're just like Cube the person. Wow, thanks. So we're definitely gonna have to work on that. It won't be before our 14-day mark, but that's okay. I kind of wish we had found out Tracy's favorite food, but I have no idea what it could be. Like, if I could find garlic or I could find something like that, maybe, but I don't know. Because I literally don't think we have anything other than earthy poppins. We could try. Because we've tried dandelions, we've tried clovers, we've tried, anything else that's herbaceous? Nope. We tried pumpkins, we tried spring onions, which, I mean, we've got all kinds of varieties of spring onions. We tried strawberries, just nothing. There simply is nothing that will work for us, so we tried. I'm almost positive that because, like, this is considered ranch, maybe that wall is considered ranch. So you have to add 2 valley things to kind of balance it out. If we had another dreamstone that we could build all the way up, then this would probably turn into a valley biome. But as it stands, it's not. So we're gonna leave it. And we're technically done with the challenge, so I'm hoping that within the next couple days we can actually get it fully done. Sorry, I forgot I was gonna put this stuff up. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go feed a poppin to this silly, silly girl. Maybe poppins are her favorite food, I don't know. Here you go. I actually don't know if Suo is a boy or a girl in real life or in the game. I've never asked. That's probably mean of me. Delightful. Oh. No new helpers. Okay, cool. I got here by morning. Now let's see if this... Yep, okay. Perfect. That worked great. They're pleased with their sleeping patch. And they love carrots, so here's a carrot. And a pet. Alright. Nice. Happy friend, but not an ecstatic friend, so... I think they probably would want, like, another creature in here, but until we find another dreamstone, that simply cannot happen, unfortunately. And then... Well, I mean, technically it could, but without the dreamstone, the little one would probably run away. Alright, it's a perfect place to call home. They are happy, but not, like, ecstatic. So, let's give them... I don't know. I don't know what you love. Guess I can give you this poppin'. Which did help, it's just not, you know, the most... Pet. Nice. I have no idea what these dinosaurs are supposed to be called. Alright, time to shovel some poo. Alright, Lucky and Hori are happy again because they didn't want their pen to be dirty. We're gonna take Hori and work on the rocks on this side, and then we're gonna take... Or were there rocks in there? Oh, there were some rocks in there. Okay, then we are going to... excuse me. There we go. We're going to grab Cube again. Aha! Let's get it done. Alright, so there is that big boulder there. I want to see what minimum requirements are for, like, getting through here. Because I think the only way to, like, fully clear this out would be to be able to befriend these dinosaurs pretty early on in your playthrough. And I'm not good at that part. So. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything special hiding from us except for that feeding trough. But we don't really need another one, do we? I thought there would be something cooler back here. But no. Just a feeding trough. Oh well. It's not that it's uncool, it's just that, you know, we don't need one. I guess we can smash up this stuff here. Smash. Smash. Nice. Hey, you leveled up. Cool. And we can smash one more. Smash. Perfect. And then Cube gets a well-deserved rest. There you are, buddy. A pet for you, for being a good helper. Oh no, my chimkin. We pet Lucky. Turned immediately around and pet another dinosaur, and Lucky was like, what? It was very silly. Nice. Go, Hori. Smash. Nice. I like when we break the really big ones. It feels like we accomplished something. Alright, good amount of stone and wood. Very, very good. Alright, Hori, back to your pen. And then we grab Lucky. We have kind of done like an unofficial blue monochrome, which is kind of cool. But I am trying to make it my goal for our monochrome in a little bit to actually have them all that are actually living with us the same similar colors. So it's gonna highly depend on what color Gallimimus we have. And we're gonna test to see if the save before you sleep method actually fully works. So. I think these are they're juicy, but I don't remember if they're earthy. They might be fragrant. What are you? Oh, they're flowery, which is fragrant. Okay. So juicy and fragrant, don't need that. But we looked. You know, doesn't hurt. Alright, got that. Perfect. And what else? What's else? Got stuck on the bridge. Alright, Lucky, where are we going today? Today I think we're just running around to see if we find any of the ultra rares. And maybe some different food? We'll see. We do need to work on some of our journal quests though, so what do we still have to do? Bring 25 potatoes to Pippin, which, I mean, meet Marlowe at the windmill after dusk. Oh, we keep forgetting to do that. Let's see. Deliver 7 crunchy poppins to Owen, speak to the townsfolk, and then of course clear out the boulder and whatnot. So, okay. So we do need to talk to Marlowe after dark. Keep forgetting we have that quest. In fact, I had completely forgotten we had that quest. I probably forgot it as soon as we got it. Oops. We usually put our ourselves to bed at that point. But we can do it today. It'll be one of our mini goals today. Let's go check and see for any rares and ultra rares over here. Start with these guys. Ooh, Lucky leveled up. Oh, well, we did get a blue guy. The only ultra rares I can think of are like albino, or whatever the equivalent is for the night ones, the black ones. So those are the only colors I can think of that would be considered ultra rare. Like this guy might be considered rare, but I don't think he's considered ultra rare. Let's find out. Boo boo boo. Hey you, are you gonna pay attention to me? Wow, he is not. He said no. There we go. Nice. It just took me a second to remember how big they are on the little wheel. Corythosaurus is curious about me, which is great, except you're going to go to sleep. Sleep! Instantly fell asleep. I didn't expect it to be so instantaneous. Juniper, which is uncommon. Okay. Oh, there's blue ones of these guys. We gotta have a blue one. That guy over there looks more rare. But maybe it's just his tail. I know that the purple ones are considered uncommon. But... Alright. We haven't checked on the windmill guys in a while. But we'll see them when we see Marlowe later, so... I saw a thing over here. Okay. So it needs so many things. It looks like a bush, a couple of flower thingies, and maybe like a fence post, but not a traditional fence post. I wonder if that's something that you can only fix in main game. I have no idea. Whee! I'm so fast. I'm so fast. Fast like Sonic. Trying to do this with one hand. Much harder on the controller than it was in the Joy-Cons. Alright, there's those two. Ooh, some wood. Not that we really need it, because you know, we're doing pretty well on wood, I think. Oh, the purple guys, nice. A pink guy, not quite a purple guy, but you know. I still haven't figured out how to make the small guys do whatever their job is. So, I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to have them follow you and then like you do some tasks or how that works. I'll have to look into it. Alright. So it kind of looks like either we were just really clumsy on clearing out the debris or new debris was spawning. I'm gonna say that we were clumsy and we just somehow missed the one that was over there. But who knows? Nice, nice, nice. We could clear out a bunch of this, but nah. Alright, you are good. Let's check on the helpers in the other pin. I'm sure everybody in this pin is good. I'm sure they're all just doing wonderfully. Pet Squid. And of course Garb. And of course MCAT. Okay, so they're doing alright on the carnivore food. They're doing even better on the herbivore food, of course. But it was interesting to me that the herbivores who were in the pin with MCAT got like super upset. They're like, what? I'm in a pen with a carnivore? No, I refuse. It's like, alright, chill, first of all. But you know, also, chill. Alright, give them a little bit more. That way they have at least close to 15, or close to 20 rather. Alright, so let's work on some quests real quick. Clear the boulder, which we won't do. 25 potatoes, don't think we have. Speak to Marlowe after dusk, we can do that. And find Owen's quill. Let's go chat with some folks to see if anybody knows anything about a pin. We'll probably talk to, like, Corlan, Marlowe, those kinds of people, so. Because I think it's Marlowe that's supposed to know something, but I think you have to talk to somebody else first. I had a bite that was like 3/4 cheese and 1/4 chicken. Alright, I have also now finished my dinner. I, like Cube, have done that. And our dinos finished their breakfast, so that's cool. Okay. Yep, okay. So we can't talk to Marlowe first about it, but who can we talk to? Nope. Alright. Maybe Pippin. How can I tempt you? An unusual request. Spicy. We want spicy. Oh yeah, we put away our spring onions. Alright. So he doesn't know anything about it. Alright. So we can't do anything with him until we grab him something spicy. Are you selling anything spicy today so I can just get it over with? Yes, in fact. A spring onion. Thanks, Corlan. Pippin, make me a spicy poppin'. Yes. He hates them. Alright. Wait. Aha! So we need to talk to Pippin first. Alright, so we talked to Pippin. Now we're gonna go talk to Marlowe. That's what he said, I think. I was skipping it. Owen's quill. Granny. Okay. Perfect. Aha! I have it with me. Cool. Perfect. Now, Orlani doesn't really have any stuff, but let's see what we got. I don't know if all of these are available during character select, because I don't think this dress is. But it is very, very cute. So, we're definitely going to have to base our outfit on which dinos we get in the next playthrough. So, ooh, excuse me. Perfect. So, although we have technically finished the best friend quest, we are going to try to get at least one more. Maybe finish it that way. Maybe two more and really finish it. We'll see. We just need to wait for nighttime to fall so that we can visit Merlo. In the meantime, let's go look for Owen. Looks like Owen's still at home. Perfect. Oh, we got turned around. Oh, we're definitely turned around because that's not the direction I want to go. I want to go towards the grove of trees and the only lake in the entire valley. Hey, Owen, we found your quill. Potatoes, bell peppers, or strawberries? I think we've had all these, so I'm gonna say strawberries. Now we have 6 strawberries. Cool. I don't actually know if any of our dinos like strawberries, but we can at least get some free strawberries. That's fine. Okay, got a little pathway there. This up here. Oh, my inventory is full. I want to drop the weed. I know it's technically littering, but I would prefer to have this in my inventory and not the weed. I dropped the weed, man. I left it behind. Alright, let's go check on the dinos that are up here by the windmill. See if any of them are fancy. Plus, it's almost dusk. Not quite, but you know, kinda, maybe a little bit close. That would be a nice place to sit. I was also kind of hoping that maybe there would be some new harvestables up here that I had just missed last time because I was so entranced by the dinos, but I don't see any. We did get like documentation of like the amethyst there and things like that, but I'm not seeing any kind of harvestable. I was hoping. 'Cause I'm almost positive that the quests that they give you can only be stuff that you can get in the demo, which would include garlic, and I've yet to see a single bulb. So, I don't know where to get it. Let's check on these guys. Okay, so their body didn't change, but the back part of them is different. Is that a thing? What? Do it again. Perfect. It got bored. It is carrot colored. Okay, so it is the spines on them, I think. Maybe all their bodies are the same size. Okay. Nope. There we go. It took me a few tries, because the first time I messed it up, and the second time it didn't take it. So the third time was the charm. Wonderful. Tangerine. Okay. Well, maybe it's not based on that. It is kind of a different shade of orange. So maybe they're just various shades of orange. I don't know. Alright, anything special over here? No, just some clover. And nothing else I can harvest. Alright, well it's dusk. Now where is Marlowe? It says after dusk. So I wonder if we have to wander far enough away and then run back. Or if we need to go over a different zone line. That might be it. Oh, we didn't check on the Gallimimus today. I don't think it's raining, so they might be over in their little area. So, let's go check on them, and then we'll double back for Marlowe. I feel like over here somewhere. Yeah, look at their little heads. Hi, buddies. Oh, a dark green one. Cool. Nice. Well, happy galleys. Look at them. Oh. Wow, 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 wow. I love the little dance that it does. I know it's not supposed to be a dance, I don't think, but it's definitely a dance, and it's definitely cute. Alright, I consider this after dusk. I have no idea if it's actually dusk yet or not. It says it's technically evening, so we'll just head over there and see. I remember how to get there. Aha. Found my entrance. Oh. Hello? Oh, a dreamstone. Okay, well, we kind of have our pockets full, so we can't pick that up. But if we put it away in our memory, we'll at least be able to find it later. Alright. Hello, Marlowe. Greetings, Cece. Wow, this old ruin takes me back. This place is in rough shape. I have the feeling this project is going to take a little longer than I thought. We're going to get this place up and running. We're going to need loads of spare building materials. Okay. Interact with the windmill. Oh my goodness. It needs 50 wood, which we have, thankfully. And 50 stone, which we have. But also 20 fiber, which we don't have. So let's put that in. Let's put our stone in. And then we'll have to collect some fiber and come back. I think we have it. But I don't know for sure. I'll help where I can, but our woodwork keeps me pretty busy. I think you'll be doing the heavy lifting on this one. Literally. Good luck. Okay, cool. So, I wonder if his dialogue would have changed if we'd had the stuff in our pocket ready to go when we approached him. That would have been pretty funny. He'd be like, yeah, it's up and running. You would never see those lines. Sorry. Sore spot in my neck. I'm not sure why we're so fixated on doing this, because the best friend challenge doesn't require it. But, you know, it could be fun. Be a little fun, it'll be fine. Alright, let's clear out some pocket space so that we can get the, the thing when we go back. Put that away, put this 99 wood away, strawberries away. I'm gonna get this out. And the fiber. Okay, so we don't have enough fiber. Got it. Because we need 20, and we don't have that. And of course, Lucky only has a few more swings in her, so we'll use them, but I don't think it'll give us the fiber that we need. See, one from that, and none from that. Excuse me. I'm almost positive that fiber comes out of these bushes, but I don't know which dinosaur takes out those bushes yet. So. It's okay. Alright, tomorrow, in-game, is day 14. So if we don't wake up with at least one new helper, then we can pretty much call this challenge done. Because, you know, we have completed it. I don't think we're going to. I spoke wrong. Okay. Did we do it? Like, did we... I think we did it, Chad. Are you... Oh, no, not Tracy. So who's a helper now? Maybe we didn't do it, but who's a helper now? It says 2 dinos are now helpers, but it didn't tell me who. Are you a helper now? Is it the little guys? It's definitely this one. Look at that. Look at that little seat. You put the saddle sideways. So who else? Is it the little guys? I thought all the little guys were our dudes already. Alright. Helper, helper, helper. Cool. Not a helper, just a friend. And helper, helper, helper. Okay. Helper, helper. No? Oh, the little guys weren't our helpers yet. They are now, but they weren't before. Alright, let's pet Fappers. Pet, pet. And then Suo. Perfect. We're gonna figure out what Suo can do, and then we're gonna wrap up the challenge. But we are definitely gonna be continuing with another playthrough. So I think this one, if we're allowed to carry save files over to the full game, this would be the ideal one to carry over. So we're gonna keep this one and we're gonna purge the other 2. Alright, pet Garb. We're just gonna go and pet all of the dinos because they're all cute and I love them all. Oh, I like how it closes its eyes. Closes its eyes for pets. Perfect. Alright. They are unhappy because there's poo in their pen. Don't worry, we'll take care of it for you, buddy. There we go. Everybody's happy again. Alright, give Cube a little pet. Give Lucky a little pet. Good girl. And give Hori a little pet. Tracy still doesn't trust us, but I think that's because she was unhappy too many nights. So I think if we did have another in-game day, she would trust us the next day. So I'm hoping that the game lets us keep our save files, but we don't know. All right, what does this one do? Let's find out. So it looks like the Warhosaurus does ground harvesting and slashing. Don't know what that means. Okay, ground harvesting. Okay, so they can harvest our carrots and stuff. That's cool. So what does slashing do? Oh, it's the bush! And I was right, that is where you get fiber. Okay. Nice. We figured it out. Alright, so the Warhosaurus is where you break those. I think there were some by the Triceratops, so I'm gonna go over there and see what we can find out. Because I'm really curious to see like what's in these areas behind these dinos. And I know that if we immediately start a new session, we won't be able to, or not session, a new game, we won't have our Warhosaurus, so we can't figure it out. I am going to butcher the names of these dinosaurs way too bad. Because I don't know how to really say them. They're all like made up Latin, and I don't know Latin. Alright, so I don't know if it works on the big ones, but it for sure works on the small ones. The big ones probably take multiple whacks. Alright, this looks like... If I take out... Oh, maybe they're just small ones. They're just a clump of small ones. They're like brambles or something. Oh no, you're out of stamina. No! We didn't get through. Oh, if we could only get Suo to level up a little. Just need a little more leveling, buddy. I'm guessing these guys probably take out these? I don't know. If we wander around, Suo is bound to level up at some point. But I don't know what levels up the Warhosaurus. Because it looks like the more ground we cover, the more the level is going up, so... Maybe any second? Nice! Okay. We've got enough stamina to do a couple more. Perfect. Okay. Then we go back. Now I don't know if it's maybe like new ground covered gives more, or it gives some leveling, or if it's just any ground you cover. Like if you ride around in a circle, you're getting levels. I have no clue. I never figured that out. Alright, please. Oh, that's not fair. Okay, well, that did increase our level quite a bit, but I don't think we're gonna get to level 4 with Suo, so we can try though. I wonder if they level up faster by following you, or... Oh. You can tell them to move to the wilds. That's kind of sad. I don't want to do that. I want you to follow me, and we can be friends. I want to keep an eye on your level, so I can see if you actually level up. Does picking stuff help? No. Okay. What about going to new places? But not with me on your back. I think it's helping. I legitimately cannot tell. Is this helping? I don't know. It seems like it's helping. Maybe if we take it to go see the other Warhosauruses? Actually, we're gonna take it up the hill so we can finish the thing. Because I'm curious, when am I gonna do this again? When the game releases, obviously. I do want to keep some things kind of a mystery, but this is really gonna make me think about it. Alright, those two are obviously tangerine. I have no idea what color this guy is. Maybe like a peach. Still cute. Wonder if we can have multiple dinos following us. That'd be kind of cool. Alright. And we've restored the windmill. We did it all by ourselves without Marlowe's help. The windmill is working again. Can't wait to tell Marlowe. He'll be overjoyed. And now we can write about it in our book. Nice. Something else. Oh. Hello. Ancient tablet fragment. How are you? Another part of the puzzle. So I think we're gaining friendship or leveling or whatever when we're running around, not on Suo's back, but I'm trying to see if it is more when you're riding the dino. Because if it's more, then we're just stuck at the slow walking place until... Oh, thank you. If it's more while you're riding the dino, we're stuck at the slow walking pace. If it's not, then we're just gonna be running around and our poor Suo's gonna be trying to catch up all day. Alright, let's see. So we're going in this area, it's kinda new. Or at least new since Suo had befriended us, so we're gonna run this way. Doesn't seem to be going any faster. So I wonder if it's just the distance traveled that matters and not whether you're mounted or not. Okay, and then with the... Hey. Okay. I want to make sure that it's following us, because its little icon didn't appear when we dismounted. Very important. We don't want our dear friend to move back to the wilds, so. Alright, let's see what's going on over here. Looks like the same as yesterday. No, yeah, everybody looks the same. We're only going all the way in because I'm trying to level up. I'm trying to get just a little bit more leveling. Just a smidge. Now technically we could be mounted on a different dinosaur and having Suo follow us, but I didn't know that it would still level without doing that. So, we're just gonna have to run around at a leisurely pace. There are some things over here, but I don't think we really need to get into there as much. There is something on the ground though. I think that's a dreamstone. Oh, we forgot to grab the dreamstone up by the windmill. Yerps. We're gonna sprint. Yeah, keeping up pretty well. Even though our dear Warsaurus is a slower dinosaur. They're keeping up with our sprinting pretty well. Which means we could have been running around faster. How dare they trick me. Now what we could do is go all the way back to our homestead, grab one of our mounty dinosaurs, and go that way. But it's okay. I really just want to see what's beyond the little bush, and that's the only reason we're doing this. Because it is day 14, and our game will end at the end of today. So, oh, I don't have any room in my inventory. Oh, I forgot to put the fertilizer away. No. And I can't eat the fruits, so... Alright, off we go. Oh no, I'm running out of stuff. That's... Back to the home we go. We're going to try very hard to go ahead and level up this dino. So we can get that one little bitty bit of stamina done. And we can figure out what's behind those bushes. And get some more fiber while we're at it. And then we will save and start a new file. Unfortunately, that does mean we will lose all of our currently named dinos and befriended dinos temporarily, because I'm thinking the trend of naming dinos after viewers is a lot of fun, and I like that idea. So I might do that in the future. Alright, let's get back home. Because running around on my feet is really slow. And I think we can still have the dino follow us even when we're on another dino. Alright, let's grab Lucky. Because Lucky has the most levels. Hey Lucky. I'm tired of running. You can run for me, my friend. Come on, let's go. Alright, still following. Bet. We don't even necessarily need Lucky to run fast, just to be faster than us. On our own feet. Bet. Alright, what other tasks do we need to do today? I guess we could have grabbed Hori and brought Hori along for some of the rocks that we need to smash. But I didn't think about it, so we didn't do it. It's okay. It's fine. We really only need just this last little part of this level. And then we will find out what's behind those bushes. All the galleys are surrounding us. Alright. So, if we're to do a monochrome challenge, one of the first things that we have to consider is, does lucky count, yes or no? Which, if we somehow lucked into getting a blue Gallimimus, then I would say that yes, lucky will count. But if we only have the option of like the green ones, or if we, by some crazy stroke of luck, manage to get an ultra rare one like an albino one, then of course we would do that other color scheme. But I don't think we're gonna get that lucky. I'm hoping, like, fingers, toes, eyes, and legs crossed, I'm hoping, but I don't think we're gonna get lucky enough to get an ultra rare Gallimimus when we restart. So, I'm not holding my breath. Alright, anything over here that we would need? No? Okay. It's a spicy spot. A smashy spot for Cube. Nice. At this point, we're literally just running around exploring to see what we can see in the next round. Unfortunately, I've already forgotten where all the Dreamstones are. That's not what the challenge is, but I've already forgotten what they are. We just need to befriend them enough that they follow us. So, we're just gonna have to find sleeping quarters for them once they join our place. And hope for the best with the next ones. How crazy would we be if we tried to do a monochrome challenge and we did like albino? If the reset technique actually does work, like sleep, make it the next day. I know, insane, right? If the sleep technique does work, which I don't know if it would, that would be possible. Probably not. It's like time travel. Yeah, kinda. I'm hoping that if you sleep and like into the next day, like you save your game, you go to sleep, and then you wake up and look around. Excuse me? What color are you? Did we just... Excuse me. Excuse me. Come here, please. Dad, are you seeing this? He's like, His face is all up in my throat. Ooh, it's a rust color. That is pretty. It's still not an ultra rare, but I mean, look at him. That's so cool. Man, maybe we should do a black one. That would be cool. But yeah, so I've tried to say the sentence like 30 times. Basically what we would do is we would stop and reset the game if the colors that we wanted weren't there. So we would be doing like soft resets. And I have no idea if it actually works. So we would, like I said, save the game, sleep. If it's not there, we would load our save and then sleep again and then check. Which is probably really, really cheating, and I don't know if it actually works. We will be testing it on the Gallimimus here in just a minute. So I'd like to get a blue Gallimimus. Like, that is my goal, is a blue one. But I don't want to take forever. So if we don't get a blue one after probably about 5 or 6 loads, then we're just gonna go for whatever colors we get. But to be fair, the blue one is a rare one, so, you know, might have to keep going. Wow, This Worosaurus has decided it does not want to level up. Maybe it does level faster when you ride it. Wow. What if I sprint along? Will you keep up and will you, like, gain faster? Well, you're trying to keep up. Oh! Oh, there's a dreamstone there. I never noticed. We're literally going all over the map to try to make this happen. Oh. Okay. Hi, Mari. What you doing? Hey, pal. Glad you stopped by. Been collecting stone. I'm remodeling the interior of my house with a stone motif. I got the idea while exploring the mountains. Yeah, I've got it. Yeehaw, you're a champ. This place is gonna look so dope when I'm finished. Speaking of, I have some old furniture that just won't fit anymore. Here you go, she's all yours. She'll look great at your place, no doubt. Cool. It went straight to my storage because I don't have the pocket space. That's okay. Alright, we're exploring everything. Let's see. This can be broken, but I don't think it does anything other than like let you down the hill, so why bother? Like maybe in the full release, but not now. Oh, what's that? Ooh, nice. This is broken. Really? It says ancient tablet fragment, and then it's like, oh, this is broken. You don't say. You don't say. Alright, clovers and cranberries. Nothing I really need. I just need this dear friend to level up. I think I'm gonna start making our way back to where we're actually trying to get, and hoping this happens before the end of the day. Because, you know, it's day 14. We don't have any other days left. So close. So close. Almost there. Almost there. Come on. You can do it. Yay. All right. Excellent. Now, back to over there. Maybe we'll actually get through this time. If we don't, I'm going to cry about all that wasted time. Alright. Like I said, the Worosaurus was doing its best to keep up. If Suo wasn't, then, you know, we'll just wait. Wow. Kept up pretty well, actually. Mounted. Cool. Now we gotta make sure we get this one back here, because this is the one we were working on. Yes, it worked. Okay. I was so afraid that it wasn't gonna work. Ooh. What's all this? Like, no, literally. These columns look pretty old. Could this be the way to Arikata Canyon? Oh! Hey, you aren't trying to mess around with Arikata Archway, are you? Hello? You could do terrible harm if you aren't careful. I should know. I'm the local historian around here. My name is Zara. Nice to hear you. I'm Cece. Listen well, Cece. This path leads to Arikata Canyon, but it has been blocked for some time. I've been trying to restore these old columns. It's delicate work. It needs a great deal of time, care, and resources. Unless you're here to help, I must ask you to not touch anything. We cannot afford to damage Arikata Archway any further. I can help. I'm so glad. I restored as much as I can from this side of Arikata Archway, but there are resources I've been unable to get my hands on. If you can help gather what we need and deposit it back here, we should be able to repair Arikata Archway in full. That will provide you with easy access to Arikata Canyon. I'm sure the traders would be happy for the shortcut. And I cannot finish my research without restoring these columns. We will need special planks, some rope, a shovel to dig sand with, and a fragrant poppin. My Protoceratops, Kepri, can help us with the repairs, but she can be quite the diva without her favorite snack. If you ask the residents in Pebble Plaza, perhaps they can help. Cool. Okay. So we need the ropes. We need Fragrant Poppin', obviously. We're gonna need, I'm guessing, a second shovel. And then of course we've got the wood and the fiber and everything that we need. That is so cool. Okay, that is definitely gonna be a future endeavor. Hopefully in the full release. Maybe, maybe. I mean, on the one hand, I do really want to play Paleopines on the Switch. So maybe it won't be part of our full release stuff. But I mean, it could be fun to play it on PC. Of course, it could be fun to re-get all of this stuff too, so we'll see. What we'll probably do is, in the full release, we will have to challenge ourselves to getting the friends as fast as possible, if and only if we don't continue it on PC. So, if we continue it on PC, we'll just pick this save through and play this one. Even though our name's a little shortened. Alright, we're gonna put our dinosaurs away, we're going to save, and we're going to quit the game after that. Because if we save and go to sleep, it'll be like, oh, thanks for playing. You're done now. Alright, we're gonna have you follow me so you can come back to your home. Alright. Now let's put our current CC to bed. Now, the benefit to the monochrome challenge is that technically you can change your clothes once you've started playing the game. So, we'll be okay. Like, keep saying again, and then diary. And quit. Alright. New game. Oh, 4 slots. Okay. I'm gonna delete these other 2 just to get them out of the way. So here's our best friends challenge. And now we're gonna start our monochrome challenge. Welcome to Paleopines. We gotta do all of the beginning stuff again, is the only downside, but we'll be okay. Alright, this time we are going to... I think we can change our hair color later, but in a hope that we will maybe get the blue dinos, I'm gonna start our character off by wearing blue. Oh, this dress is available from the start. Cool. Yeah, that's good. Alright. I do like this hairstyle. We'll do this one. Alright, that's our name. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, our monochrome challenge begins. Basically, we match Lucky, which is our goal. Now, if we are able to, I'm hopeful that we'll be able to get a blue Gallimimus. So, that would be cool. I don't know if it'll happen, but it would be super cool. I think it's technically day 2 in the game that we start playing the flute with Lucky. So we're just gonna get through the initial first day stuff, go ahead and sleep to day 2 or day 3, whichever one it is that gets us our flute. And that's gonna be the one we try to get a good Gallimimus with. So we're moving to Paleopines again. Alright. Now, the goal right now is just to get our first blue, or second, technically, blue dino. Already seeing that I want to change this dress. So, we might just restart real quick. So, we'll just skip all this stuff. We'll be... Alright, we're both gonna go to bed. It's a little too green. So I'm thinking it, because it doesn't match Lucky. Let me grab you a treat. Wide open your inventory. A juicy treat for Lucky. Perfect. So if Pippin wasn't making other colors of Poppins, or other flavors of Poppins, how did we get a juicy Poppin? I know, I didn't eat them all. Yeah, you're gonna be sad. Oh my gosh, it's just like your old one. What have you found? This is great. Wow, wow, wow. I'm also gonna go to sleep. Because we can't, like, oh yeah, we can. Just kidding. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna hit delete, and then we're just gonna, because it auto saves as soon as you make your character. So we're gonna be just the most blue we could be. We're gonna be blue, and we're gonna have blue hair. I think our hair is a little purple-ish. Was kind of hoping that it would be more blue. Let's do a dark blue. That's fine. Dark blue. And then we could wear that. What are our full options? Okay. So we could do the fancy suit, and pair it with the blue jeans. And then for shoes, there's not really a dark blue, but this is as close as we get. Is there a different shirt we can wear? I'm gonna wear this one. It's not blue enough, though. This would probably work. We could do like these shoes, maybe? Or the short sleeve version. So it's more of like a, there's dark blue, there's light blue, there's regular blue. Okay, that'll work. You said hydrate, but like I already hydrated. Now I have to steal Mimikyu's water. How could you? Mimikyu and I will drink it together. Wow, Lucky was so small and cute. Now it's big and cute. I love her so much. I do. I love Lucky so much. And watching this opening makes my heart melt. So we're gonna watch it every single time. I don't care. Oh, so sad. Too big for the tub, too big for the entryway, too big for the bed. Just one day you got too big, and then we got a letter saying, hey, come live in Paleo Pines. The question is, if most of the people in Paleo Pines are just kind of vaguely aware that these guys are in existence, who invited us? Like, who was like, hey, come move to Paleo Pines. We have Parasophilises, or however you say that. Okay, we're gonna skip all this stuff. Mostly because we've seen it like 1,000 times, and we're just gonna, you know, try to skip as much as possible. Okay, good job. I don't know what you were trying to say, but good job. Alright, we will give you this cupcake. Here you go. Yum, yum, yum. It is definitely a juicy poppin'. It's not a cupcake, but... You thought that my family lived there. No, because... I mean, maybe like back in the day, but we get a mysterious postcard. It doesn't say where it came from, and it says, hey, in Paleo Pines, there's, you know, a bunch of the same kind of dinosaur as Lucky. So we go, okay, let's go live there. So it's possible that our family did live here once upon a time, but that part was never actually explained. We just got a postcard, and we were like, yeah, that's cool. Oh, hi, thank you. Welcome in. All right. Done. All right, Lucky is ready for sleep. Now we must be ready for sleep. All right, it's too big for me. Let's go grab Lucky. Hello, hello. How are you today? Lucky, I know you're tired. We are speeding through the start a little bit because we have played the beginning of the game like 100 times. Character was like Jurassic Park, sign me up. Yeah, she lives in a world of dinosaurs. What are you talking about? We are starting our monochrome challenge, and I am really, really hoping that we get to do blue. Clearly, by my entire vibe. Approach the ladder and go to sleep. So I need to find out if there's a way to turn off the autosave. Because if we're gonna try the sleep check method, we are going to either have to only load the saves that we ourselves saved, or we're gonna have to try to figure out how to disable autosave. So here's our new friends. See, Owen, sometimes you gotta follow the tracks. Is that a real Parasaurolophus? Her name is Lucky. What a beauty she is. When I first spotted, I was so tempted to race after him, but no. Can't chase after them without Owen. It wasn't an hour. You're right, more like 2. Preparedness is important. Pleasure to meet you and your Parasaurolophus. Actually, we've never seen them all. But I thought, uh-oh, I hope you didn't come to Paleo Pines looking for herds of them galloping through the hills. Yes, we did, actually. No, hold on, they're definitely around, right? At least we think they are. Mara, you've seen tracks? Sure, but that's all I've ever seen. They show up from time to time, so they must be from around here. Imagine a real Parasaurolophus living right here in Viridian Valley. You are planning on moving in, right? Yeah. Yeehaw, new neighbors. Owen, you bring anything that could stand for an impromptu housewarming gift? Only had time to pack for what I thought was spur-of-the-moment field study, so 3 of everything and enough clothes for a month. I happen to have just the thing. One of your journals. Yeah, it just so happens I brought 2 blank ones, in case we discovered something remarkable. And we did. Trust me, if you're starting a ranch, there's a lot you need to remember. Write it all down and you'll never forget. That's true. If I write stuff down, I can at least look at my notes. But then I forgot that I wrote it down, and I don't look at my notes. Dino Pokedex. Yeah, basically. I've got something for you too, a pocket full of herbivore food. Yeah, it's all I brought. Besides, that's a hungry looking one if I've ever, and it can't eat a journal. You'd be surprised. That's some of the best herbivore food that shells can buy, courtesy of Corlin's Randoms and Abundance. If you're looking for more of that, or anything else, Pebble Plaza should be your next destination. Make sure you meet Marlo. Okay. You gotta fix the place up. That's rude. Sorry about Owen. What did I say? Hope to see you around. Good luck on moving in. That journal will be your new best friend. Her second best friend. Bye now. Alright. Off you go. Oh. Bye, friends. Okay. We met 2 of 6 locals. Alright. Here's our journal. Lucky needs attention, because she's hungry. She doesn't have a full pin. She has a large dreamstone, but not a pin to claim it. She doesn't have any food. Her pin's not clean. A group hydration. Alright, y'all know what that means. You grab your nearest beverage. Tea, coffee, water, soda, milk, juice. Doesn't matter. Grab it and take a big swig. Ready? Now you might be thinking, oh, all I have near me is Gamer Girl bathwater. Don't drink it. It'll only make you more thirsty. Scientifically proven. Alright, put food in the trough and then get on with it. Yep, we did the thing. Nice. We still need to finish off this pin. And learn to farm and 100 other things. But it can wait. But you paid money for your Gamer Girl bathwater? Exactly, don't drink it. It's just gonna make you more thirsty. Just saying. Don't do it. See, this shows them all kind of hanging out, but I never see them hanging out. This game is awesome. I love this game so much. It's not even out yet and I already love it. Okay. A dreamstone, I need you. And then we will learn about things, pick them up, that kind of thing. Alright, we've discovered clover. Excellent. We'll get the cranberries a little later. We should do something about the bridge, but it's fine. It's fine. Hello, Granny. Wow. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Come over and say hello. Oh, you're the one that just moved into... the place needs a good weeding like Werhosaurus needs. Werhosaurus needs watermelons? But ours only liked fragrant stuff. I don't think that counts. Oh, Waza. I'm Granny. Let me introduce you. Leave your seat out here. And she just realizes, after all that, does it have an official release date? Yes. It is releasing September 26th. So we really only have a little over a month to go, which I am very, very excited for. We've got about a month and a half, so I'm jazzed. Especially since we are going to take a break from playing it every single week because Palia's closed beta is open and the open beta starts next week. So we're going to be switching over to that a little bit. I might play that this coming Sunday because I do want to play more Ace Attorney on Saturday, but we'll see. Yes, she's still Nihide and Overraptor, but I make up with it with charm and flair. Right this way, after me. We told Lucky not to wander off, and Lucky stopped trying to run away. So, good thinking on our part. Because she would've booked it. Alright, let's go meet some people. I know, I should be watching all these and talking to people and doing what I'm supposed to, but we've already done this, like, 4 other times. Alright, wow. Oh, Granny counted, and then... Nice. Cool. So we just need to meet Corlan. We do have a little bit of money, so we can buy more food. That'll be our first purchase. About 10 food. Perfect. Bye for now. And then that's it. That's all we can do today. So we've met pretty much everyone, but not all of everyone. Alright, 10 carrot seeds. Perfect. So we've got some spring onion, we've got some carrot seeds, and then I'm gonna go ahead and buy like 5 potato seeds. Alright. That should do for now. We are gonna need some stuff from Marlowe, and we don't have enough money. So, he's supposed to like teach us how to make us a thing, so he should be giving us some fence posts, if I remember correctly. Are you going to do that now? And a gate? Alright, he's gonna walk us home, and then we're gonna go look at the maintenance. So hopefully he'll give us the stuff and we didn't have to buy it. And then in this playthrough, instead of what we were doing before, where we would just put our patch of earth wherever, we're probably going to plant the seeds next to the pond. So it brings back memories. Wow. See some old fence posts lying around? I do indeed. Nope. Nope. Alright. I don't recall how many total there were. 4 seems like a good number. Did I do it? Yes. Alright, take them out of your pocket and put them down. You can work around the boulder. Okay. Gorgeous. Every pen needs a gate. Equip the gate and enter placement mode. Okay. And then BA. Now it's a pin. Lucky is happy. If Lucky's happy, then I say we should be too. Feel free to up sticks and drop it. What? Okay, after all, if we could move boulders, I'd be home by now. Oh, right. Best be off. Give me a shout if you need a hand. See ya, Marlowe. 37 is a better number. Well, we didn't have 37 available, so we did what we could. Alright. We're definitely going to need more fence posts, like, as quickly as possible. I am going to go ahead and extend this by 1, and we're going to try to build to that area, so that by the time we get our next dino, we already have a big enough pen for them. So, unlike our previous ones, I'm gonna try to build on both sides. So we're gonna try to make this pin go all the way to this wood fence over here, and also on the other side, out even farther. So, nice. So, we're just gonna gather things in advance. Yes, I know. You're sleepy. We got that. Alright. We'll leave the stuff inside the pin for now. But I think we don't get our, what's the word? Our flute until day 3. So, for now, well, we could also just pick this up. I found out you could do that through someone else's stream. So we're gonna pick it up, we're gonna put it over here. There we go. Now, we don't have to do anything else. Alright, cool. I don't remember how many seeds we have on us. We just have to make sure that we have enough stamina to be able to water everything after we plant it. So, I think I'm gonna stick with 3 rows for now, because we have 3 different seed kinds. But we don't have 4 spring onion seeds. I could go buy one from Granny. That is an option. But I have 12 carrot seeds, so why not use the extra carrot seeds? We'll see. Nah, we'll stick with 4. And then potatoes. 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 And now water. Oh, I'm so glad this is closer. Because it also means that when we do get a Gallimimus, if they are carrying a mouthful of water, they don't have to go as far. So, we're being nice to our future Gallimimus, whose job will be watering crops. Poor thing. Alright. So we watered everything, we dug everything, we did everything. I think if we don't put a seed here, then Granny will like tell us, oh, don't water empty patches of dirt, blah de blah. So, just gonna take care of that real quick. Alright, carrot discovered. Spring onion discovered. And potato. Excellent. Alright, what else is on our to-do list? Investigate the path, ask Owen about the Parasophilises. That's fine. Alright. We've done all our first day stuff. Now for second day stuff. Hopefully today is the day we get our flute so that we can get on that. Right? Yeah? So that what's happening here? Okay. We got it. Perfect. Which means we can start our hunt for a Gallimimus. It's my old flute. I used to play it all the time. Let's give it a toot. Alright. Look at Lucky and play bloop 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 to get her attention. Ask her to follow me. Ask her to stay here. Bloop bloop bloop. Bloop bloop bloop. Bloop bloop bloop. Bloop bloop bloop. I did that. What do you think? Do I still got it? Maybe I never had it. I'll keep practicing. We were just playing whatever music came to mind. And then Granny says, did you hear that noise? My flute? Was that you? Keep practicing. You'll get there one day. Wow, we were really bad at playing the flute, apparently. Alrighty. To plant seeds. I literally woke up itching. Mary's spare bed gives me the scritchies. I'll have to do until I get back home. Seems like you've dug everything up and planted it before I got here. Can't say that's how I would have done it, but if we were all the same, there'd be nothing to talk about. Looks like you got a handle on farming. Don't let old Granny slow you down. So those carrots have sprouted. Come tell me. We'll celebrate you being a fully fledged farmer. You picked that up speedier than a Styracosaurus. Nice. I'm off Pebble Plaza. Come sail soon, kiddo. You got it, Granny. But first, it's dino time. Now, I have a feeling that any dinos we go out and encounter today will be the exact same. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use this in-game day as just the same as before, where we do a little maintenance, do a little this, do a little that, buy more food. So we're going to try to prepare for our future dino and go from there. Since we only have Lucky, and Lucky's already a helper and loves us to pieces, we don't necessarily have to worry about it when we extend her cage, because we are going to be extending it out to here, so some of these pieces will be necessary, but we're not going to be extending it so far that she's like without a pin for a minute, you know what I mean? So we're going to take this, because I don't want to deal with that, and we're going to put it over here. And we are going to have to go around this rock and somehow wedge ourselves in here. So I probably should have destroyed this one, but it'll be okay. Lucky will be fine. We're going to go get more from the store. Hopefully. Hey Derek, how are ya? Welcome to Paleo Pines. We are doing a monochrome challenge where all of our dinosaurs have to be the same color. And we're gonna try to avoid getting suckered into selecting a Gallimimus as long as we can. Because we want one of the guys like he's got, but we want them in blue. Just taking him on his constitutional. So he was excited, you should find her. Okay, maybe later. The flute and the Gallimimus. Grab me some clover real quick. Excuse you, get back here. Lucky was like, oh, you're not gonna ride me? I'm out of here. Wow. We didn't leave you behind. You don't have to do this to me. Wow. Tiny dinos. Perfect. We should go take a peek and see what color the Gallimimus are today, but I have a feeling not a one of them is gonna be blue. So, not gonna work too hard on it. Oh. Well look, a person to talk to. Welcome, this is Pippin. Pippin makes poppins. They're like little cakes. Oops. I'm skipping through this because we don't really need it. Really? You can have one. It's nice to meet you. Perfect. We finished the quest. Go meet the locals. Oh, gotta wait till he's back at his stall. Okay. Ooh, look, we could have purple hair. That'd be nice. What do you buy it? What do you sell it? What am I buying? Herbivore food, I guess. Oh, but then I won't have anything. Yikes. Trade. Because I need to get rid of some of this stone. Oh, it didn't give me enough money. Do we sacrifice the wood or the fiber? Sacrifice the wood. We'll be alright. But that only gives us a couple more that we can do. Oops. Alright. So I guess it's 10. We still have 100 stuff. Oh, if he's about to give us more. Oh yeah, we sold the stone. I forgot. Oops. We should have finished the quest. Because I'm almost positive that he's about to give us some fence posts and I'm just impatient and I should have waited. But it'll be okay. Alright, let's go take a peek at the Gallimimus from a distance. Because we don't want to get involved in her quest if they are not part of our monochrome scheme. Because we can always pick up her quest tomorrow, but she is going to make us befriend a Gallimimus if we go talk to her. Or get near her, for that matter. Alright, looks like we're all green today. Yeah, nobody is the right color. So, It is their base coat that I'm referring to. There's that like light, almost green color. It's called Dragonfly. And then of course there's the other one. So no blue ones today. We're noping out of there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna test out our theory that the if you go to sleep and then you wake, or like you save and then you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, everything's different the next day. But we'll see. Free food. Don't mind if I do. More free food, please. Thank you. If he does give us a bunch of fence posts after we give him some stone, we'll find a use for him. It'll be fine. Bum, bum, bum. Hang out here, Lucky. I got some building to do and some plants to water. Alright, so we need to go around this stuff, which is not the most fun, but it's okay. We gave her more space. That's the important part. Not necessarily that we gave her more space, but we gave her Pin more space, which will be required when we get a new dino. And we already have a large Dreamstone, so we are prepared for a Gallimimus to move in strictly in like what we have on hand already. Nice, nice, nice. And nice. Okay. Got that going. We're gonna take out these inner posts. And we will be able to make another pin elsewhere in the little area. But we're starting with this one. We'll give you the free food we picked up. Perfect. And then if Lucky's gonna share this space, we're gonna put down another Dreamstone. Put it like right here. And then we will make it grow. So we're gonna need things like clovers and fiber and all kinds of stuff. But we'll also need wood and dandelions, and we don't have those yet. So that is all we can do in a single day. I mean, we could go looking for the dandelions, but we're not going to. Alright, so we're gonna save. Keep playing. And then we're gonna go sleep. So when we load our game, we should be able to load that save right there. Oh no, a weed. It's the only thing we're doing. We're grabbing the weed, and then we are mounting the dino and finding a new one. So I don't know if Mari's gonna be over there like the whole time, but we'll see. It also lets us use the speed we weren't able to use yesterday because we'd already ran Lucky out of her stamina. So, you know. Alright, I see her little quest icon. Okay. Nope, just green ones. Alright. All unsaved progress will unfortunately not be there. We're gonna load our manual save, which was right before we went to sleep. Then we're gonna go to sleep. Let's see what happens when we wake up in the morning. Sleep. Let's try this again. Alright, there was not a weed this time, so it definitely does change a little bit. Now, I don't know if the dinos change, but if the fact that something spawned a weed versus didn't spawn a weed changed, I think it's a safe bet to say that things do change from one way to the other. Also, Lucky got happy when we left the pin. Weird. Alright. Plenty of blue Styracosaurus's, so that one we can definitely do. And then these little guys have a blue one, but it's not really the same blue, I don't think. Any luck today? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Again, we will try our luck. Load. Manual save. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save again, so that it is a more recent save. So, run in, save, sleep. Because we don't want the game to lose our manual save. I don't think it can, but I don't want to risk it. Alright, a weed on a different plant. Okay, that's cool. Alright, Lucky, let's go. This part might like take a little while, so I hope it'll be okay. I think Lucky's a little bit unhappy with her pin because I think it's too big. See, there's a blue one that will match us. So we'll be able to get one of those. That'll be good. One of those, a Strachosaurus. Our Gallimimus, if it is in blue, is going to be really dark blue like our hair. But I still think that counts for a monochrome. Alright, still green. Still not getting one. I'm hoping that we're able to get those without needing to get one first and then go back and get a different one. So this might take a little while. We are gonna do what we did the most recent time and save and then immediately go to sleep so that it is higher up on our save list. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, no weeds today, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So, what are you unhappy about, Lucky? Love more pin mates. Is it because you don't have any pin mates? That's why you're unhappy? Because see, Lucky is happy once we leave. So I wonder if it's now too big. Who knows? Or if Lucky got happy because she knows we're gonna go look for pin mates. Alright. I'm thinking blue thoughts. They didn't come true. Where's the fourth one? Oh, it's another green one. Alright, so far it's been 2 dark green and 2 light green. So I'm hoping that we're not stuck with those and that we're able to get a different combination to spawn, because if we keep getting dark green, 2 dark green, 2 light green every time, what we may have to do is go to another day and look that way. So we'll see. Write in our diary. We are losing all of our stamina. Keep playing. And sleep. So hopefully it's not a chance that's based on our day in the game, but it could be. The sleep method could be designed to fail so that you don't do it. But we'll see. Because we know for sure we can get a blue Strachosaurus, we can get a blue one of the little guys, we can get all kinds of critters, but blue Gallimimus might be the hard one. Alright. Okay, I see a dark green and a light green, but where is the... Okay, there's a dark green next to her. I don't see a fourth one. Oh, there it is. It's also a light green. Ooh, I'm starting to get nervous. I really hope that it's not based on my game. I don't know what that knocking is. Somebody's tapping in my wall. Weird. Now we could, of course, shift gears a little bit. What am I doing? We could shift gears a little bit, and we could go ahead and get just any color Gallimimus, and then later get a blue one. But I'm kind of hoping that we can get a blue one. You know what I mean? Come on, Lucky. Do you want to... Oh my god. You pooped. I don't even think we have a shovel yet. I don't even remember where we get a shovel. Maybe that's why she's been so unhappy. She's pooping. There's a little blue guy. Let's see if there's a big blue guy. Okay, it's 2 and 2 again. Okay. Now I've definitely played it to where it's been like 3 and 1 and not 2 and 2. So what is going on? Huh. Alright, manual save. Most recent one. I'm wondering if we need to go see them and then come back, sleep, and go from there. I'm not sure. Well, no. Okay, so when we saw them today, I think they were... Okay, because we're still in the day before. So we're gonna go out, see what's going on. If they are 2 and 2 today, that'll tell me that it is not a day-to-day thing. Theoretically. Unless it's set by the fact that you get the quest. In which case, we're gonna have to redo quite a bit. But, you know, it's okay. I don't want to redo the whole thing, but, I mean, if we have to. No, because look, there's 3 and 1. Okay, excellent. Then we will just simply quit and reload. Go to our house, sleep, try again. Okay. So it is changing on a day-to-day basis. Picked the wrong one. It is changing on a day-to-day basis. So I'm not super worried about it as much as I was before. Okay. We're okay. We're just, you know, sending our character on a time loop that could be infinite. You never know. Alright, start a new day. Everyone is restored. Alright, no weeds today. Lucky's raring to go. Sad that she doesn't have any pin mates, but, you know, we'll fix that. I promise, Lucky. Lucky's happy when we leave to go look for pin mates. A good time, I think. I think it also resets what spawns out here. Okay. Did these guys change? Because if these guys still have a little blue guy going... Okay, so these guys are red, yellow, blue right now. So if we pass through here tomorrow and they're still red, yellow, blue, that means it's our game. And no matter how many sleep and saves we do, it's not going to change. Alright, 2 and 2. Time to test my second theory. Alright. That would really suck if we're like game locked to have to spend more and more and more days just to get the color we want. That would suck. I don't think it is because like I've seen other people be able to do a monochrome challenge where they're doing the more rare colors. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the game is mad at us because we keep being a save scummer. It's possible. Alright. Alright, Lucky. Let's try again. Now we are going to stop at the little guys. If the little guys are the same color, then we're just going to go right back home and go back to bed. And see how many days it takes us to actually change the colors. Alright. Alright, red. Oh, they're red, blue, and yellow. Okay. So it might be based on just the day in your game. Okay, dark green, light green, light green. Okay. Let's put our character back to bed and see if that fixes things. Okay, so they are trying to prevent me from doing it that way. Well, wait a minute, you're not yellow. Okay, so these guys have changed. They were yellow in the last go round, and there's not a yellow one this time. Let's try it again. Alright, manual save. Let's see. And for anybody worrying that we're just going to be doing this for like 8,000 hours, no. We will not be doing it this area. It says 8,000 hours. I will be wrapping up here pretty soon. I was just hoping to get our second dino in the monochrome challenge, or our first dino in the monochrome challenge, technically, before I went to bed. So, we'll see. Alright. So we know the little guys changed, because we had a yellowish one, a red one, and a blue one. And then we had a reddish one and a another reddish one and a blue one. So let's see what happens. Alright, we have a reddish one. Oh no, he's kind of orangish, I guess. A blue one. And we have a, oh, maybe yesterday wasn't yellow, blue, red. Maybe, or red, red, blue. Maybe it was actually yellow, blue, red. Because these guys still haven't changed. Alright, we're gonna go home and we're going to put our character back to sleep. Like, we're gonna water the plants, obviously. We're gonna put our character back to sleep just to see if maybe it is, like, based on something. So if we put her back to sleep and we load again and she's still having the 2 and 2, then we'll just fully reload and go. But if that's not what it is, then we're just gonna have to replay other parts of this. So I just want to figure out what the way is. I need to find the way. Alright, got that. Perfect. Alright, we watered our plants. We're gonna put our character back to bed. Even though she hasn't really done anything yet other than that. And we're gonna see if this actually does lead to different colors. If it's still the same colors, then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna reload, like I said. But if it is different colors, if we are lucky enough to where we've got different colors going, no, so far different things have happened. We got an onion seed. Well, that was actually probably the same, but it's okay. There's a stone there. Alright, so you guys have a little yellow guy. Now mind you, it's a brand new day. So now they have a little green guy. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna check on these guys. Alright, they for sure have a different color today. Interesting. Okay. So, I'm gonna try reloading. And checking the colors. And if they are the same, we're gonna reload again. Or we're gonna sleep again. And then check the colors again. And if they are light yellow the next day, then it is completely locked. There's nothing we can do about it. And if they are different the next day, then we know what's going on. The game is tricking us. It's only locking our sleep. But theoretically, the sleep should be the thing that resets the colors. So I'm getting curious. Alright. We're gonna check our little guys, check our galleys. If they're all the same, then we sleep and go. If they're not, if there is a difference, then we have our answer. Alright, little guys. Looks like yellow, blue, and red. Okay. We have two. Looks like it. Alright. So we've got 2 dark greens, 2 light greens. So now we're gonna race home, we're gonna go to sleep, and we're gonna see, do we get the same colors on the second day that we had before? Because if so, that means that our likelihood of getting a blue is going to be non-existent, and we're just going to have to rely on other dinosaurs to be blue. So, let's find out. It doesn't mean we're going to completely give up on a blue Gallimimus, but it does mean that our blue Gallimimus will not be our second ever dinosaur. So, it just means we would have to check the galleys every day. Alright, so we're looking to see if the little guys have a green and if the Gallimimus have a yellow. Alright, they have a green. I didn't look at the other colors of the little guys that day. So we've got a green, and what do we have over here? We have a yellow. Okay, so the game does color lock us day by day by day. We're probably gonna run out of days in the demo if we keep sleeping and checking. So, I don't know. I don't know what the method is. I'll have to see if anybody else has figured out a better method than what we're doing. Odd that it would set the colors, though, based on how many days in the game you are. Unless we're just getting incredibly odd luck, which is possible. Alright. Why do I not have a shovel? I don't remember where we get the shovel. It might be from Marlowe. So we're gonna go ahead and play through this day. Or at minimum, I'm going to water the plants, which I didn't do yesterday, like a goober. And then, no, because we're not really looking for questing in this one. And to be frank, we're not looking for their friendship either. So as long as they live there and they don't run away, it's probably fine. Alright, let's see what color choices we get today. Alright, we got some plant growth, which is excellent. I will not be easily deterred by the game saying that we can't have our monochrome. So, because the only thing that we're going to have to do about that is we're just going to have to make friends sooner. Like I said, we don't necessarily have to have them, like, rideable and super happy and blah blah blah. The point of the monochrome is just to have them in your stable area. So, alright, we've got light green, light green, light green. All light greens today. Don't need that. What I need is a blue galley. And because of the quest, she's gonna stand out there every single day. So, if we play our cards right, we should be able to have her out there and have her give us a blue one. eventually. Didn't really give it to us, but you know. Alright, let's put the poppin' away and the seeds. Stick them in here. Why not? We don't need them. Let's see. We will go ahead and water. To which I need more water. Mostly so that when we do finally get our Gallimimus, we can persuade some other dinos to be our friends. Alright. Sleep. Oh no, a weed. What the? Why are you dying and everything else is good? We watered this whole row yesterday. Why is that one's like having such a struggle? It's a withered carrot. What does that mean? Oh. It means try again because you suck at farming. Got it. I thought we had watered all the carrots, but I guess not. Well, I don't want to risk that happening to any other carrots, so we're just gonna harvest them. That was weird. Just let them be holes in the ground, it's fine. Hi, Lucky, let's go. Lucky's like, I just wanted to eat my breakfast. Like, dang. That's okay. We'll be fine. Alright, so yesterday we had all light greens. What do we have today? All light greens. That's rude. That's rude. How did we end up with all light greens twice? And it's already day 6. There's gotta be a better way. So because there's only 14 days in the demo, I don't know that I necessarily want to get too much farther than that. Like too much farther than about 6 days, but we'll try. And I'm sure somebody somewhere will have a guide to like, how do you get the perfect color? Not by like cheating or anything, but like maybe there's a method to the saving that we're not aware of or something. Who knows? We'll figure it out. 3, 2, 1. Okay, got it. Boop, boop, boop. Lucky, stop hiding from me. We got places to do. I mean, places to go and things to do. Yeah, places to do. We're very silly here. Let's see. Yeah, there's a yellow one today. Okay, there's a dark green today. And 3 light greens. Wow. Not what I was hoping for. There's a yellow one. Some fun colors of these guys. I mean, if we were trying to do a yellow run, we could, you know, redo everything, but it really seems like it, like, sets it based on the person playing and, like, their file, which is an odd method, but on the plus side, we don't have to do too much to be able to get other dinos that adore crunchy things that are also blue. The only hard one's going to be the Strachosaurus, so. I have no idea what all it's going to take to do this. But the reason that we set out just as early as possible is so that if we do manage to get lucky, what we're going to have to do is work really hard to get so many dinosaurs in one day. So, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll just be a pain in the butt. Wow. Not it, Chief. Okay. Now, the other reason that I haven't been saving in between each day is because if for some reason we are not able to get a blue one before basically the end of the thing, I do want the game to reset so that we can either go for a different color or go ahead and get one, and then that may change the course of which colors we get. Hopefully. Because we know that the day after we decided, okay, we're gonna get one and then we go, the day after there's supposed to be a yellow one. So if we get to 14 days, we still don't have a blue one, then it's okay because it'll reset and we can just go pick any of them and see if maybe it changes the second day. So we'll figure it out. There's gotta be a method to it. Alright, today is day 9, which is also Mari's birthday. So I wonder if she will actually be where the quest is. I have no idea. She might not be, because it's her birthday. She should be at home. But I don't think the game devs would imagine that most people would still be doing the quest. So she might not be. Oh, she is. Okay. So she is literally stuck here until we pick a Gallimimus. Well, if they had better colors, maybe we would. I shouldn't say it like that. They're all adorable. Don't get me wrong. But it's a monochrome challenge, so I have to. I gotta commit. Commit to the bit. I don't have to commit to this very squishy water bottle, though, that's trying to fall apart on me. Alright. Oh, lucky, away! And we'll go ahead and water. Like I said, if we do happen to get lucky and we do happen to get somebody, then we're going to be looking for other bodies and we're going to need food. Sleep. Alright. We made Mari stand there through her birthday, through an entire week of time, just 10 days in, and she's just standing in the same place every day, hoping we'll come by and learn the secrets of the Gallimimus, which is for sure not in her character. But it's okay. The game is okay with that, apparently. So, we missed Mari's wedding day. And I feel sad about that because we do usually get her a gift. We usually force ourselves to learn how to make soup from Granny just as fast as possible so that we have it by day 9. Alright. 2 dark greens, 2 light greens. Back where we started. So if we get all the way to day 14, like we are gonna legitimately go until the thing cuts us off. If we get that far, we're gonna save and we're gonna test it out next time we play. So, or I guess we could test it out this time to see if we just go ahead and pick one if it's willing to give us different colors the next day. How come I don't level up? We only ever get 50 stamina. That doesn't seem fair. I wonder if we level up like when the seasons change and like we get more stamina for that. That'd be kind of cool. Probably not though. Alright, these are fully sprouted. Perfect. Let's pick them on up. Let's take that, get it out of the way. Come on, Lucky. Let's go. I am curious to see if like a different save file would have different luck. Because if not, it means that I'm not the only one with this problem. And if so, maybe we can use that to our advantage. Alright, too dark, too light. We only got a couple more days. Alright, we race home, keep going. It does make instant travel kind of a need, but I don't think we're ever gonna have instant travel in the game. I think we're just gonna have dinosaurs with fast feet. So, alright, we ditch Lucky and we go. Sleep. I bet our neighbors think we're really weird. Like, we have been just running to like stare at Mari from over a corner and then just sprinting home at full speed, not even stopping. They're probably like, is she ever gonna come learn this, or what is she doing? Is this what is this how Parasaurolophus have been so like easy to hide from people because they just run away at everything? Like, what is going on? I bet that's what they're thinking. Wow. At least it's a different lineup. It's 3 in 1 this time. Alright, to home we go. Alright. Now, if we don't get it by day 14, of course we're gonna sleep and it's gonna be like, oh, thanks for playing the demo. And the game will have auto-saved a bunch, because every time we change locations, it auto-saves. Which is why we had to load our manual save that was done right before we went to sleep. Alright. Come on, Lucky. Go, go, go. I just want to see a blue Gallimimus. I've never actually seen one in one of my games, so it would be really cool. Alright. 3 dark green and 1 light green. That is definitely new. I haven't seen that combination yet. Too bad none of them are blue. Instant quit. Alright. Off we go. Oh, we got some stone. Cool. We'll be able to repair those tools with a couple hours left in the demo. We'll be alright. Sweet. Alright, I think this is the start of day 14. Let's find out. Because I already forgot what day it was. Yep. So this is the start of day 14. If we don't have a blue one by now, when we go to sleep, it's going to be like, thank you for playing the demo. Then we'll have to load the game from our last manual save, which was a while ago, and see if anything changes if we pick one and go back the next day. Because if nothing changes between those two, we might have bigger problems. It'll mean that this challenge is doomed to fail, at least in blue. Alright, they're all light. Kind of suspected that we weren't going to get a blue one. But that's okay. That's why I'm more curious to see if picking one changes the options that you might get. Because if so, well, we can definitely work with that. If not, it's gonna be a lot harder. Alright. So we're gonna ditch Lucky. Sorry, Lucky. Excuse me. Alright. So it's gonna be the end of the demo. It's gonna flag us and be like, that's the end. Why are you still trying to play? That's the end of your adventure. And then we quit, and then we load. Nope, none of these autosaves. I need back to day 2. So we're gonna pick either of them. I don't really have a preference. We're gonna pick either one. We're going to go ahead and befriend it, bring it back, go to sleep, and go the next day. Now, if I remember correctly, our second day was just... Oh, Lucky's out of stamina. We were supposed to go to sleep. Oh, no, we'll just go get one now. So what we'll do is we'll go get one now, and our second day should be 2 and 2. So if our second day is 2 and 2, again, then that means that we're just kind of up a creek. So we ran out of fast feet. Oops. Okay. All right, here she is, trying to get us to befriend somebody. Just over here. There's Skittish. Okay. Got a flute. Let's get this guy because he's closest. That one's listening to you. Bom. Try to mimic it. Bom, 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 bom. Nice. It worked. Alright, your pockets are full, so it's gonna take some of my stuff. Give it a spring onion. Spring onion? Wow, spring onion. It hated that. Oh, it almost fell asleep on us. Feed it a carrot. Let's give it another carrot. Now to be too excited. Alright. So remember, if we come back in-game tomorrow and it's 2 and 2, then we will have to pick a different color. Befriend, pop in, yum. And we're gonna leave its name as Gallimimus. Now, we could just ignore the fact that the Gallimimus is not in our color scheme and just do everybody else. But I was really hoping that all of them would be. So, Flute and the Gallimimus. Alright, so it just says take this one home. Will do. Too bad we don't have any fast feeds. So, just gonna have to walk it. See, these guys are all the same color. I don't know if I remember that, but they must have been, because this is the same save. Alright. Go home, put the galley in its pen, take a night. We'll be alright. Oh, I think we have to get its attention, because I don't think it's still following. It might be. Alright, we already put the Dreamstone in here, so easy. This is your home. Pet. Wow, it got right in our face. Alright, it's been added to our journal. And then once his face is going to show up and he's going to be like, oh my god, I'm the leading expert on Gallimimus. Let me tell you all about him. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Thank you for being excited. I'm less excited to talk to him, but it's okay. What's up, dude? Sorry to show up unannounced. I'm good. Please log it in your journal. No problem. We already did that. For Zavalio, I am. Yes. Let's see how much it trusts you. I will be in my library. Cool. Oh, pet the Gallimimus's nose. Oh, okay. I will do that. Pet, pet. Looks like you're all settled in. Okay. Wow. There's an exclamation point on it. I don't know why. Really excited, maybe? Get back in your pen, please. I have things to do, Gally. I'm sorry. Alright. So if we go out there, and they are too dark green, too light green, even with Mari not there, that'll be our answer. Okay. These guys look the same, so it might be our lot that we don't get a blue one. Yep, they are 2 and 2. Alright, well that was disappointing to learn. I guess it is based on our game, and a little bit less on RNG, which the only way we'll know for sure is if we sleep and then there's a yellow one the quote-unquote next day. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go home, water the plants, and then go to sleep. If there's a yellow one the next day, and I don't remember the other couple colors, but if there is a yellow one, that will be proof enough for me. Because yellow is a little harder for the galleys. It's not necessarily like a super common color. It is definitely more common than blue, obviously, since we saw it twice. But if there's a yellow, that's just going to tell me that it is for sure following a preset pattern. So we'll see what happens. And there we go. Put you away. Go to sleep. Sleep. Bum, bum, bum. Perfect. Alright. Gallimimus is now a helper. Well, that's definitely new. Look for a saddle. Okay. Got it. Give it to the Gallimimus. Got it. Yep, press A to fill it up with water. Cool. Alright. We're gonna use the Gallimimus's plant or powers to instantly water the whole garden. Spray the water on your crops. Okay. Put that up. Perfect. Okay. Glad you could help. Still don't know where we got a shovel from, so just gonna ignore that. I think we get it when we give Marlowe the stone, but I don't remember. Alright. If we're stuck in a loop, here's a green one. Seems like a loop. It is a loop, because there's a yellow guy. Alright, so it is official. So it is not based on any sort of RNG. It seems like the game determines what's going to show up on each of your in-game days when you make your first save file. So I don't love that for us. I really don't love that for us. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take Lucky home, and we're just gonna go on and quit out. That's okay. We will have to reload completely and do our monochrome either in another color, or we're gonna have to do it just completely from scratch. So we're gonna go ahead and quit out on the game. And I hope everybody has a restful, relaxing rest of your evening. I hope you get a snack if you need it. I hope you remember to hydrate. I don't know why I'm so pale right now. I will show you hydration. Remember, it's good for your brain and your body. And it's especially good for keeping you healthy. So I hope everybody will tune in Saturday for, well, we're either going to play Palia or we're going to play Ace Attorney. But either way, we're going to be in cosplay. So that'll be fun. And on Sunday, of course, whichever one we didn't play the night before, we're going to play that morning. I have a feeling that we're going to end up playing Ace Attorney because that's usually what we do on Saturdays. And I don't like to deviate too much, but we'll see. I was trying to see if anybody else was playing Paleo Pines right now. I know that there weren't many people earlier when I started, so wanted to kind of see. No, it was just me. Okay, so I guess we can't raid out tonight, but I hope you will all come back and see us again soon. Bye!